My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning, Firmly Rooted family, and happy blessed Wednesday morning. Great to have all of you on board. We got a good number of people I can see. I got another microphone, trying it. It seems to be working okay. The guy said it was sounding better than the other ones I've been trying to use. So we're going to do that. Again, the devotional book that I wrote, Advent, 31 Days Devotions for Advent. We're on day 3, and my sister, being one of the people who in her move, I don't know if it was her move or whatever, lost her copy. We're trying to figure out why both of my books are not on Amazon. So just know that, and I'm also trying to find some copies here, because I think we have extras, but I can't find them. There was someone, my dear bride, who could have found them, but as you know, she's in heaven, and so got the challenge of trying to figure out where things are. But we are quickly trying to straighten out whatever the issue is so that you can get the 2 devotions that we have written, or I have written. Let's say hi to a few people, and then we'll get going. I think I saw Connie. There she is. Connie Sandbrink from Firmly Rooted Greendale. Pat, also from Firmly Rooted Greendale. There's my sister, Trish. Good morning. Diane Giroux, good morning. I'm out there on X. Ken Gooch, good morning, brothers and sisters. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Alice, good morning. I love you. Karen Thompson, good morning. Wait a minute. I think my sister's also on YouTube. Look at her. Jody Glenn, good morning. Dr. Colleen, good morning. Chuck, good morning, family. Amen to that. Isn't it good? I mean, just isn't it good to not just be a number that goes to church, but we're like a family, even the online family. And by the way, those of you who are online, I need you to know that twice a month we do an online life group where we get together and just talk about the last messages that were spoken, or if there's something more important for that group to talk about. And we're starting to build a relationship with even people who can't come to church because they might live in Florida or something. So just know that we have a life group that happens Mondays, 2nd and 4th Mondays of every. And if you are interested, send an email to office@firmlyrooted.org and we'll get you connected. But let's get to the devotion. Here we have an interesting devotion because it's a little bit obscure, but it gets his definition, obviously, in the fulfillment of Jesus. Genesis 49:10. The scepter. The scepter is that beautiful staff, gold and silver and all sorts of gems on it, and the king would have it. The scepter will not depart from Judah. Out of the 12 tribes, the Messiah was going to come from the tribe of Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet. It's guaranteed until he comes to whom it belongs, and the obedience of the nations is his. So he's not only going to be the king of Israel, but he's going to be the king of all nations. Here's what I had to say. What is so fun and amazing about this series of devotions on messianic prophecies is that they all come from the Old Testament. As you go through this 31-day journey, you're going to be amazed at how specifically Jesus is described and depicted thousands of years before his ministry even began. Men smarter than I have studied the probability of any human being fulfilling even a handful of prophecies made by just one man. Now imagine more than 50 prophecies written by more than 10 writers over thousands of years. The men who were led by the Spirit to make these prophecies didn't even know one another. Jesus fulfilling these prophecies is a mathematical impossibility. But with God, all things are possible. In this verse from Genesis, the Messiah is prophesied as coming from the tribe of Judah, and he would be a king who would eventually rule all nations. Thousands of years later, Jesus was born as an offspring of the tribe of Judah. He was direct descendant of King David. When asked by Pilate whether he was a king, he replied that he was. In the book of Revelation, Jesus is called the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. On the last day, he will return as the Lord of the nations and completely restore his heavenly kingdom. But even now, Jesus is the King. He is the King of the universe, and he is the King of our hearts. You and I are members of his kingdom by virtue of his love and his grace. As you give honor to your Lord and King this Christmas season, be reminded that God saw fit to clearly foretell of his coming way back in Genesis. Peace, Tom. I just want to touch base on that improbability. If one man wrote a few prophecies about somebody, it is possible that someone could look back at them and work out their life to try to fulfill them and say, hey, I'm him. But what you have to realize is that the majority, listen to me, the majority of messianic prophecies, Jesus could not, no human being could choose to fulfill them because he didn't have the ability. Jesus, born of a virgin, he couldn't have done that retroactively. Born at the tribe of Judah, only someone else could control that, the God of the universe. That he would be crucified between two thieves. Well, he couldn't make that happen. It was done to him. That he would be put into a rich man's tomb. Again, that was done to him. He couldn't make that happen. And there's more and more and more that we're going to go through as we go through this devotion. But one of the things I want you to realize is that God created the messianic prophecies so that no human being could fake fulfilling them, because the majority of them are passive. He couldn't choose to. He couldn't retroactively go back and do it. It had to be done to him. Pretty amazing, huh? Pretty amazing. Diane has something to say. Let's see what she says. How many messianic prophecies are there? We've been having a debate about this. Some say 300 plus. I thought it was more than around 100. You are correct. It is actually more around 100. And again, written by not just one person, but by many. Another little tidbit of information that might be interesting. The majority of them are in the book of Isaiah. What's interesting about Isaiah? Isaiah has 66 chapters, just like the Bible has 66 books. What's also interesting is that at Isaiah chapter 40, everything turns positive. So the same number of chapters prior to that, 39, are the number of books in the Old Testament. 27 in the New Testament. And so it's really interesting. So many people call Isaiah the Bible within the Bible because it just mirrors. And again, do you think he chose to do that? Do you think he figured it out? No. How could Isaiah do that? He didn't know how many New Testament books there would be. Only the God of the universe might know that. It is incredible, everybody. Don't think Christianity is not like any religion, any other religion on the planet. Not just because Jesus is the fulfiller. He does all the work. Our salvation is done by him, and we are just recipients of a gift. But the mere fact that none of it could happen, none of it, unless there was a divine force causing it all to take place. Well, I hope that that was a blessing to you. Jody says, love this. I love it too. I hope the rest of you do. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for prayer. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.